Most engineering teams have a chosen CAD system for product design. However, often the same CAD system is not used in departments like tooling or the machine shop because of cost. Onshape is the perfect tool for departments like these that need a solution to working alongside these other CAD systems. So let's take a look at an example of how easy it is to build a simple fixture around a model that was built inside of SOLIDWORKS. In this example, the engineering department has modeled a housing for a supercharger. Now the file has been sent to the machine shop, and a fixture needs to be designed for machining. Importing the part into Onshape couldn't be simpler. Select the Import Document Files icon and browse to the file you'd like to import. Onshape can even import the native SOLIDWORKS file sent to me by engineering. Some examples of other formats that are supported are STEP, IGES, Parasolid, Creo, Inventor, and a number of others that allow you to easily work with vendors using nearly any 3D CAD. So the first thing you notice when importing a file into a document is that it's immediately visible. Onshape automatically translates the file and gives you instant access, all from the browser. In addition to the tab for the translated part, Onshape also provides a tab for the original imported file. This means your imported file is backed up securely in the cloud and can be downloaded whenever you need it. So if all you're looking for is a simple way to back up and view your CAD models, Onshape will work well for you. But of course, it's capable of much more. Onshape is the first and only professional-grade 3D CAD tool that runs 100% in your browser, giving you instant access to a full suite of CAD tools without an install. In my example, I've imported this housing for a supercharger and I need to design a fixture for both machining and also final assembly. Using my imported part as a reference, I can begin work building my fixture. Onshape's part studios allow for multiple parts to be built together, making it easy to reference existing edges or faces for my design. I want this fixture to locate the part with this pocket and these 4 holes. With 2 clicks, I can use Onshape's offset command to offset the entire face. Now that the first sketch is complete, let's extrude. We'll extrude this up to the face of the housing and select New to make it a new part. Now that we have the boss the part will locate on, we can add a rectangular boss to bolt the part. Here I can utilize Onshape's Use command and convert the rectangular face to sketch geometry. In addition to converting the face, I can also convert the individual bolt holes as well. After we finish this up, we can extrude to a blind depth of 1/4 inch. The next step to modeling my fixture is a dovetail feature needed to mount this to the machine. I'll sketch a center rectangle and add a few dimensions. Then draw in a line for the dovetail, dimension, then mirror. Now that this feature is sketched, we can extrude. Notice within Onshape, I'm not concerned about trimming sketch entities or having a single closed contour. In Onshape, you can use the entire sketch or any piece of the sketch as a reference for your extrude. I'll extrude this up to the opposing face, and we're nearly done. The last step is a dowel hole to help locate the part. Notice I can wake up both midpoints of this face and center my hole in the part without sketching any construction geometry. Create a cut with a blind depth of 1/4 inch, and our fixture is done. Before we can sign off on this fixture, I need to make sure it fits in the machine and that there are no issues with parts colliding. To accomplish this, I'll assemble my fixture with a simple model of my milling table and 4th axis. Simply import the models provided by my machine vendor, and we can assemble. The first step to any assembly is inserting the parts. Notice with Onshape, all the parts of my milling machine can be inserted all at once. Many of these parts are fixed and have no need for motion in my assembly. For them, Onshape has the Group command. I'll simply select Group and select all the parts I want grouped together. Now that we have these parts grouped, we can add our mate. Onshape uses a higher level system of mates that's a bit different than traditional CAD. In a traditional CAD application, this might be 2 or 3 mates to correctly locate the spindle with the 4th axis body. With Onshape, this is 1 revolute mate. Simply select a mate connector from the body and a mate connector from the spindle, and it's made it in place. Notice when I grab and rotate that the one revolute mate attached the spindle to the base, but still allowed for rotation. The last step for this is to insert my fixture and finished part. Again, I'll select the Insert Parts command and browse to my Part Studio. Insert the fixture and part into my assembly and group them. Now I want to attach this to the fourth axis. Again, in a traditional CAD application, this might be a combination of 2 or 3 mates to correctly locate this part. With Onshape, it's one fasten mate. And just like that, my assembly is finished. Now it's easy to rotate the fourth axis and check for any collisions with the table. So we've modeled the fixture, assembled it with our machine, and tested it to make sure that it wouldn't collide. So I think it's safe to have this fixture manufactured. For that, we'll need to create a drawing. And Onshape drawings are just another tab in your document. Simply select the Create Drawing option from the Create tab menu in the bottom left, select a template, and Onshape creates a new tab for your drawing. Now that I'm in a drawing, I can insert views, add dimensions and annotations to create a detailed layout of the fixture for manufacturing. Before I finish, I'll share this document with my colleague on the shop floor. This makes it easy for them to view the model and drawing from their workstation or mobile device without having to email files back and forth. My drawing is complete and the prints are on the shop floor. Before I move on, I want to make sure to create a version. Version control is built into the core of Onshape and makes capturing major milestones like this easy. From the Versions Manager, simply select Save Version and type in a name. This version is a read-only snapshot of the entire document. This makes it easy to go back and look at a revision at some point again in the future. So we've taken you through importing parts for my customer, as well as building parts in Onshape. We've tested for collisions by assembling them with parts from our machine vendor, and we created a drawing for the shop floor to make our fixture. All this accomplished from a simple web browser. At Onshape, we know our users work in a multi-CAD world, and we're building Onshape with the flexibility and simplicity needed to work alongside any CAD system.